Curtis, the penalty kill, has killed off 29 of its last 30 penalties. We talked to Travis Green a little bit about it, but what are some of the details that you think are allowing you to execute at such a high rate?
I mean, it's that time of year. You kind of just got to dig in. They're key parts of the game for sure. I think we're doing a good job with our triggers, have an opportunity to kind of go and pressure. I think you guys see it when we're going connected. It's just, one go, all go mentality, and even up ice. Understanding the other team's break, what they're wanting to accomplish, hanging in there, having good sticks and lanes, and paying that price too. I guess all those intangibles and all those cliches you talk about, it's just all about buying in and trying to get the job done.
Looking at the lines, they've kind of stayed put for the last little bit. There's a lot of chemistry that's developing right now. What are you seeing out of your line, and then also just the group as a whole being able to score more?
Yeah, like you said, it kind of takes, you show up at the rink, you know what you have and what to expect. Chemistry's building. Myself, Tierney, and Willie, we're just trying to pitch in where we can, play solid defensively, and we talk about playing to our strengths. That's getting the puck down low, moving our feet, forechecking well, and getting pucks on net. It was nice to get rewarded there in Toronto for a goal that said it's not a highlight reel by any means, but it's effective this time of year.
Just looking at the team's overall commitment to playing better defensively, and especially from this forward group, what are you seeing from that group in the past? I would say maybe even 5 games where you guys have been a lot stronger.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at X's and O's and systems and all that, but I just think our mentality of coming in and being, engaged right from the start. Maybe we're a little sloppy in Toronto off the start, yes, but, we stick with it. Physically engaging, and Greener keeps on talking about being emotionally engaged too. These are big games and big points down the stretch, so you got to come ready to play. You have that mindset, you got to beat the guy, across from you, and every battle's the biggest one. Pucks on the wall, that's a big thing. The D are doing a great job getting those pucks up to the wingers, and the wingers are going to do a good job continuing to advance it.
So over these last 5 games, we've really seen such a commitment from this group. How would you describe the effort that has been consistent by the Devils in that last stretch?
Yeah, I think guys are just playing the system that we're preaching, and everybody's is buying in. I think everybody knows how crucial these wins are for us, and it's kind of now or never. So, guys have been doing a good job.
I know that sometimes everyone's watching the standings and you don't want to put too much pressure. So how do you balance making sure that, playoff points are important right now, but also making sure that you're just focused on playing the right way?
I think it's just taking it one game at a time, just not looking too far ahead and trying not to scoreboard watch too much and just worrying about ourselves. So I thought we've done a pretty good job of that the last few games, and, another big game for us here tonight. So if we just play the way we have the last few, it will be good, I think.
What about the forwards' commitment to be more defensively sound and to help out? Because we hear about having strong defense, and it's not just on the defensemen, it's also on the forward group.
Yeah, I think, the guys have been, back-checking hard. Guys have been really good in the defensive zone, especially the forwards, about collapsing and playing to our structure and making sure we're supporting pucks and not leaving the zone early. Guys have been back-checking hard, stopping in front, making sure there's no loose pucks laying around for the other team. So, it's been a good team effort.
Going up against Buffalo, what's something that you all are mindful about what that group can bring that could maybe challenge how you guys play your own game?
Yeah, it's a really skilled team over there. They got some good skating D, offensive D who can jump in the rush. So you can't really take a shift off or, you get lazy on a back check. Their D, they'll jump by you and create plays. So I think we just got to be really focused on making sure we're above guys and, making sure we're not, taking it easy on anyone and letting guys get behind us.
Travis, your penalty kill has killed off 29 of their last 30 penalties. What are the details that they're doing that's allowing them to execute at such a high level?
Well, I didn't know the exact number, but I'm going to knock on wood, so just to keep it going. But, no, they're doing a good job. Gilly does a great job prepping them, teaching them. Goaltenders are making timely saves, and, special teams are a big part of success at this time of the year. If you can get a kill or you can get a power play goal, it goes a long way into winning. And, they put a lot of work into it. They didn't get out of the gate the way they wanted to, but they're looking good right now.
What are some of the biggest things that you look to with this Buffalo team on the other side? I know you've mentioned that they lost their last game, so you're expecting a bit of a lift, but what are some other areas?
Speed and skill. You look at their team, they're fast. They've got a very mobile D-core. They get up the ice. They've got a lot of depth with their skill throughout their lineup. We're going to have to be able to be ready to skate, be strong on the puck, manage the puck, and our intensity level is going to have to be high tonight.
It's a homecoming game for Nick DeSimone. Is it easy or simple enough to say that what has worked well for him is that he's just kind of playing a very simple, straightforward game back then?
Yeah, I think you want your D to play simple and straightforward, unless you're very overly skilled defenseman in the league. A lot of times simple is the best recipe for staying in the league. And, he's played well. He's playing probably minutes that he hasn't played before, and against players that he probably hasn't played before as well. So, that's a tall task when you're out against the best players in the world on a consistent basis. And, there's a lot of nights we're not noticing him a lot, and that's a good thing for defensemen a lot of nights.
Yeah, as a head coach, obviously you are maybe interacting with some guys that you hadn't interacted with as much if they didn't fit under what you were really coaching before. What has that been like to get to know some of the guys, particularly maybe defensemen that you weren't working a lot with over the last year?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different relationship for sure. Anytime you go from being an assistant to a head coach, there's a lot of great coaches in the league, in the world, and every one of them is different in how they treat players, how they talk to players, how they teach different systems. And, I have my own way about me, and communication, honesty, teaching is a big part of how I coach and interacting with players. I think when you do that, it allows you to, set expectations high, have accountability, knowing when they know that there's a trust factor there and you're just being honest and trying to help them. It goes a long way.
Regardless of where it leads, what's the significance of finishing these last 9 games the best way you can?
Well, I think, we're trying to win every game that we can play, and obviously we're in a playoff race and we're trying to make it into the playoffs. But for me, it's about being an everyday team and an everyday player and playing your best. And ultimately, we have a young team. We have a young team that wants to, not just make the playoffs, but ultimately win championships. And, I want players that come to the rink with a lot of passion and wanting to win the hockey game every night, no matter what they're doing. And, guys that compete in practice want to win one-on-one battles in practice, and that carries over into the game. And I think, that's the type of mindset we're trying to develop, that there's a team that loves to win, and ultimately to win championships you have to have players like that.
Who's getting the star in net?
Jake.
And then is there any concern about the Hughes brothers both taking maintenance duties today?
It should be good.